Hey, good morning, Dustin. This is a quick demo video for you for your Spectre 6. I meant to get this out yesterday, so apologies for that. Just got a little hung up. It's been a long road with this guy. You know, we were missing that single nut that goes on the underside of this trigger, and that just held the entire job up because obviously that's a pretty important piece, and then it was pretty custom. So I had somebody who made that for me. But it's all done now, so we can go over it. It is installed with the CFX. You've got your Shtok NPXLs in here, and you have a blue LED in here for your blaster, and that is triggered by the toggle that we'll go over in a second. To get to everything, what you want to do is unscrew this guy. So we'll take this off. What you'll see is this right here, right? That's your speaker, and then a 3D printed handle over it so that you could just pull it with your fingers right out. And then this is what you've got here. I did sand it. That way it's nice and smooth going in and out. But you've got a micro DIN connector there, a hole for clearance on the kill key right there. And then I did have a locating peg here, but I took that off. It was causing more trouble than it was worth in this particular install for some reason. So I took it off completely, and it works just fine. It actually works better without it. So what you want to do to pull that kill key, you can see that in there. I usually have like a pair of tweezers or these needle nose pliers. I just reach in here, needle nose pliers, pull the kill key right out. Of course, you're not going to hear anything, right? Because we don't have the speaker in. So we're just going to want to be careful when you're lining this up. You know, the first couple times might take you a little bit, but then once you find that sweet spot like here, you're just going to be able to get it pretty quick. Because those micro DIN connectors, you'll feel them connect, and then just push them in slightly. You'll get to there, and then we'll put our pummel cap back on. Now, when you're putting your pummel cap on, just screw it in until you feel it tighten up against that speaker, and then you could maybe give it a little bit of a snug, but then you can stop. It doesn't have to be much. So we're gonna put a battery in this guy. I've got a 7/8 inch test blade. We're gonna put it in, and then I'm gonna use this blade retention right here because my test blade is a little loose since I've sanded it so much. There we go. So, trigger is your activation. Smooth swing. We could tap our auxiliary for blaster deflex, or hold it down for blade lockup. Now with this toggle, it's facing forward now. If we don't touch any buttons and we just take this toggle and we move it back, that retracts your blade, and now that activates your blaster. But to get to your blaster effects, you're going to want to hold down the auxiliary, not press it. So you hold it down to get this. Just like that, right? And then without touching anything, if we want our blade back, we push this back forward. And that automatically ignites our blade. And then just hold down your trigger to turn your blade off. Just like that. And that is how that functionality works right there. So that's your saber basically, right? And then obviously to kill the power, we'll just take this pummel cap back off, take our speaker out, and then put our kill key back in. Just like that. I opted to not use, well, actually, I don't think I had the chassis with this anyway, but the other chassis that you were talking about, you had required this. Here, let me show you real quick. Every time you wanted to charge this guy, you had to unscrew these 4 screws right here and take this door off, and then your RC and then your recharge port would be there. That takes a long time to do, man. So I just modeled this chassis. I've used this probably this is the 7th or 8th time I've used it. Just some quick access right here, and it seems to work out really well. What you'll find right here underneath this door, if you ever do open it, is I wire everything from the top side that needs wired. So your Shtok, your LED, activation, auxiliary button, and this toggle switch. All these wires come out to right here and pop out, and then your board, battery, speaker, everything like that, and the chassis is down here. I slide it up into the handle, and then I join those wires as neatly as I can right here, and then tuck them nice and neat underneath this board, or under the door. So that's what's going on under the door right there. You shouldn't ever have to take that out or off. That's just kind of like a maintenance area, right? But anyway, that's your Sabre. So if you got any questions, please let me know. Other than that, I'm going to try to get this out to you today. Thanks.